Happy Wednesday, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey here. Want to give you an video update here on what we can expect as we start rolling into your Wednesday night and Thursday. Getting a lot of questions via social media on, well, really two things. One, the severe weather potential tomorrow, and also the flooding concerns. So we're going to address both of those. This is going to be a rain event for all of us, and a decent amount of rain at that. The map that you're seeing right now, this is from the National Weather Service in Lincoln. They have put most of our viewing area under a flood watch for early tomorrow through the late afternoon and early evening. So, again, we're going to be dealing with the potential for heavy rain on top of a lot of melting snow. We're seeing that through much of our Wednesday midday. And we're going to continue to see that overnight. Temperatures are going to stay above freezing and will really warm up as we head through the day tomorrow. So melting snow on top of seeing a decent amount of rain is expected. Also, we have portions of our area, and this has actually been updated now. Actually, none of our area now included in the slight risk for severe weather, so that's good. Now, the areas in green, you can see here, and there's the legend. I might be in the way here a little bit. Let me scoot it over just a bit. Just general thunderstorm risk here in the areas of green, and I put the cities in there. I'll throw the interstates in too because we don't have Bloomington normal. There's Bloomington. So our entire viewing area not in the slight risk for severe weather. That is mainly down to the south and east. So from Indianapolis to Columbus, and it stretches all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and really right in the middle in Tennessee. That's where the higher probability of severe weather is going to be. In fact, there's the probabilistic percentages there. 30%, again, from just south of Indy, stretching through western half of Kentucky and Tennessee, including Nashville and Memphis. Birmingham, Alabama, right on that line. And then it goes to the west, just east of Little Rock. And then this little hatched area, that's an enhanced risk there of significant severe weather possible. Again, all southeast of us. And I want to stress that this is the first time we've actually had to mention the term severe weather since November. And obviously a lot of people on edge. So we do want to at least make that clear. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to see some strong thunderstorms tomorrow. I'm going to kind of explain that. But really, I think the main concern for everyone should be the flooding, but we should be weather aware as well as we head through the day tomorrow because the winds are going to be pretty nasty as we head through the latter portions of the day into the evening overnight as we're going to have a big temperature contrast. This low that's going to cause a thunderstorm is really going to what we call bomb out, meaning it's going to be very deep, very strong, and a lot of times when that happens, you'll get some really strong winds accompanying that. This is the North American model, the NAM. I'm going to take you through the evening. This is at 6 o'clock tonight. So we're dry for the evening drive. The models are kind of bringing the precipitation in a little bit earlier than what we were thinking this time yesterday. We were thinking probably after midnight. We may actually see this start to arrive by late tonight. This is around 10 o'clock this evening, 11 and midnight. So there's some of the rain that's starting to move into the west. We get closer in the overnight. This is 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. You can see there's going to be some heavy-duty rain. A lot of moisture with this. So we're going to continue through and could hear a few rumbles of thunder overnight tonight. Again, the strongest of the storms would not be anticipated if we see the potential for some strong storms. Again, which we're expecting more to our south and east, but mainly would happen in the afternoon. All right, this is morning drive time, around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We may catch a little bit of a lull. This is going to kind of come in a couple waves here as we progress late in the morning there. This is getting close to around noon now. That's noon. And then we're going to see this cold front, trailing cold front along with the low. And that's going to bring our second batch of showers and maybe a few thunderstorms. All right, so this would take us into around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're starting to see a line here starting to form along this cold front, and this is going to race to the south and east. Ahead of that, down to the south and east, they may actually have, again, some pretty nasty storms. Now, as far as any severe weather potential risk, and I alluded to this yesterday, and I see some bad information that gets spread around social media sometimes on a national level, not so much a local level, but of tornado outbreaks and all this other stuff. And obviously, a lot of us are hypersensitive considering what happened 3 months ago, and we should be. But the tornado threat is very low. There's just not the ingredients to really have that. Will there be a few reports of isolated tornadoes around the country tomorrow? Maybe. I don't think there's going to be a big tornado outbreak, and certainly the ingredients are not available really for most of us in central Illinois. This would be primarily if we see some severe weather around our area. This would be mainly a damaging wind scenario, and I'll show you why here. This is going up higher up in the atmosphere, about 5,000 feet, and I apologize for the color table. It's not great. This is a program I purchased not that long ago, and I haven't really had a chance to customize the color tables, but I can at least explain what's kind of going on. So this is the lower level jet, and you're looking at the purples here showing winds. Again, this is 5,000 feet up, anywhere between 50 to 60, maybe at times with the whites up to 70 miles per hour. So they're pretty strong that high up as this lower level jet comes in. Going to feed in some warmer air to us. And again, sometimes what you see is when you get heavy rain, and with these thunderstorms, so I'll take you to around 6 o'clock there in the morning. Here's what happens. You get the heavy rain, and sometimes it'll bring these heavy winds, these strong winds down to the surface. And that will cause your damaging straight line winds sometimes. And so that's where the primary concern is going to be. There's not a lot of turning with the winds, with height. That's what you would need to get some of these storms to rotate and then potentially spin up a tornado. There's just not a lot of spin when it comes to this. So these are going to be mainly straight line wind issues. And it's going to get worse further to the east and really down to the south and east. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. So again, this is going to be mainly a flooding issue. I want to go back to, let's show this here. This is another graphic from the National Weather Service in Lincoln and their grid forecast. So what they are forecasting, and we're thinking along the same lines here. We're all seeing kind of the same thing. In our area, here's Peoria. There's going to be some areas that pick up to an inch of just rain alone. And I think that's going to be mainly for our entire viewing area. Here's Bloomington Normal, just over an inch. Same thing down towards Havana, right around an inch in Lincoln. Galesburg over an inch. Lakin over an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. So we could be seeing around an inch to an inch and a half. Now, this is important to read what's up here too. The combination of not only the rain, but the melting snow, which contains 1 to 2 inches of water already in it. So you factor that in, we could be talking about 3 inches of water here. On top of that, the ground is frozen, so it has nowhere to go. It's going to run off into creeks, into streams, wherever it can really go. If you live in an area that's prone to flooding, if you have a basement that's prone to flooding, there's going to be some issues with that. Also, something just to kind of think about, got a lot of snow and ice still on streets and yards. If you live by a storm drain and if you have time, it might help some situations in the neighborhoods if you can kind of clear that storm drain from the snow and the debris and the ice. That may at least help some things a little bit around your neighborhood, especially if it's prone to flooding. So that's what we're looking at right now. Following all of this, we are going to have a little bit of a setback in temperatures. I just finished the forecast. Right now, kind of looking around 40 on Friday, and then back to the mid-30s on Saturday, upper 20s on Sunday. Got another northwest kind of flow coming in next week, so hopefully you're enjoying the 40s now, because it's going to be back to the cold temperatures we head into next week. So that's what we have as far as your update for tomorrow concerning the potential for flooding and really the lower potential for severe weather across our area, although we still could see a few strong thunderstorms, so we'll keep a careful eye on that. More updates to come, obviously, tonight on WMBD 31 News, 4, 5, 6, and 10. And I'll always keep you updated on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Have a fantastic Wednesday. We'll talk to you soon.